Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thanks for watching. So, about a week ago, I posted a video of an unboxing of a lot of new fish that I got from Southeast Cichlids. People really seem to enjoy it, and I've had a lot of follow-up questions lately about how the new fish are doing and if they're settling in well. So, if you haven't seen the unboxing video, there's a picture of the thumbnail, and certainly I'll put a link in the description. Make sure and check that out. And today we're going to go through all the new fish, how they're doing, how they're eating, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So we'll go smallest tank to largest tank. First tank we're going to start off with is this 40-gallon holding tank for the albino Alanacara flavescent. I'm certainly aware that this group is too big for a 40-gallon, but this is just a holding tank until a larger tank opens up for them, which will be just in a matter of a week or so. Got a couple males, 7 females. Really a very nice looking fish. I'm really excited to have them, and they've actually already started to breed. So let's get them a little bit of food today, and you can see how they are settling in. These are frozen mysis shrimp that I've obviously thawed out. And this group of all the new fish that I got is by far the most timid and has taken the longest to settle in. You can see even in this feeding it's taken them a minute to get used to the food and go after it. You can see clearly there are the 2 males. I haven't kept Alanacara peacocks in a long time, so this is really exciting for me lately, as I've been mainly haps for the last 6-7 years. It's always certainly fun to change it up though, especially when a fish like this becomes available to me. Alright, let's move on to a 125-gallon. So here is one of my 125-gallon tanks, and this is the focal point of the most recent unboxing. To start off at the 125, I've got my bodyguard Laney, ready to roll at any moment. So the 125, this is wild Lichtenchromis acuticeps, the Malawi Gar. There's also a pair of macrostoma in here, one male, one female, but they're just in there because I don't have any space for them until next week after I send some fish out of here. But this 125, these fish, these acuticeps, the Malawi Gar, are the reason that I put in the order for all of these fish. I used to have a nice group. You guys that follow my channel for a while know that I had a really bad issue with ammonia as far as my water company doing a treatment which killed about 1/3 of my fish, mainly affecting the Malawi Gar among others, and it just devastated my group. So I finally got this built back up. Couldn't be more excited about it. All these Gar are wild in here. Very, very difficult to find. I mean, I had to pay out the nose for these, and that's just the way it goes. For some of these fish, as far as haps, acuticeps, macrostoma, stuff like that, you're just going to have to pay, out of the nose to get these fish, which I did, but it's going to pay off in the long run. With all these females, I think I have 7 or 8 females, it's going to pay off when breeding begins. Settling in very well. The male here, biggest fish in the tank, is 7.5 inches, if not larger. I mean, he's a full-size male. He's at maturity, sexual maturity. He might get an inch or 2 as he gets older, but for what I need him to do, which is breeding, he's ready to roll. So let's get them there, mysis shrimp. Being wild fish, which is pretty common, they've come in a little bit thin, a couple of the females. So I've been feeding them some frozen mysis to fatten them up, get them in a breeding condition, and they're really, really digging it. Costs a little bit more to feed fish like that, when they get started, but well worth it in the long run if you're willing to, you know, dedicate hundreds if not thousands of dollars to these types of fish. And I don't regret it for even a second. On to the 300. Finally to the 300. I only had one new fish that I added to the 300, but I certainly want to show it. That's the wild male Buccochromis green. But he really is going to need to grow a pair very fast, because right below him that's my female Buccochromis green, who's almost 8 inches, and she is the most dominant, most colorful female African cichlid I've ever had. So he's really going to need to pick it up here to satisfy her. And that's the whole point of him being in here, is to satisfy her. As usual, the Tyrannochromis nigriventer from Southeast doing fantastic. Always full color, always trying to breed. The Champsochromis corallius, the Malawi Trout male. He's got females in here for him, females. And he's doing very well. Really nice color. See some of the females in there in the back. Chilotilapia rhodesi. Actually, he is being sold and sent out of here very shortly. I know a lot of you guys will be disappointed by that, but this has turned into a breeding tank, and I don't have females for him, nor do I really want to add more females for a new fish. And to be honest, he's sort of turning into a dick. So he made my decision a little bit easier. But feeding this tank, we have more of the mysis shrimp, and also I mixed in some jumbo fish pellets, 6mm from Northfin, USA. So let's check this out. Big fish like big food. The reason I feed mysis shrimp is really when twofold. Either I add new fish or I add wild fish. Wild fish seem to not take to pellets too well. It takes them a while to adapt to it. So I like to have something a little bit different as far as, flakes or mysis shrimp, something like that. They seem to take to that a bit better immediately than they do to pellets. They adapt to pellets over time, but I want to have something ready to go just in case they don't. So as of right now, fish room is doing very well. 10 tanks up and running for a variety of different fish for a variety of different reasons. And I'm really enjoying it. So hopefully you guys enjoy following along. And see you guys next time.